G'day guys, we have got an absolute cracker for you today. My glasses are fogging up in anticipation. We've got cups of tea on intravenous.
Yep.
We have got possibly our biggest comparison we've done before.
Yeah, we've got 6 leading 18-volt compact drills.
Yep.
And man, do we love compact drills.
Yeah, we've got issues.
We've done the big ones before.
Yep.
Now we're doing compacts. We've got 4 hammer drills here and 2 drill drivers.
Yep.
So we're going to talk about both variations of the compact drill.
Yep.
First up, we've got to say a big thank you to our sponsors.
Huge.
Toolsenter McKinnon and Discount Trader. Great stores, go check them out.
Yep.
Wouldn't be possible without them.
No, not at all. So Dwayne's obviously got the plan, he's the brain, so he's got the plan of what we're going to do as far as bugles, torque test, runtime test, speed test, form factor. What do the drills feel like, longevity, how's the build quality, that sort of stuff. We're also going to go through the high capacity batteries. We'll also do slim batteries because that does make a difference.
Can do.
We want to try and break it down. So we might go, well, this is the winner or this is the winner, but you can go, well, that's for you, but you've given me all the information for me to decide this is mine. Yeah,
that's right.
I think that's important.
Speaking of a winner, let's have a pick. Who do you reckon is going to win?
Okay, I'm really torn and I didn't want to do it, but I'm going to go with that because it's got the biggest numbers and I love power. Yeah,
70 Newton meters is its claim, so that's the biggest there.
Yep.
I personally think that the brand new Bosch is going to do it because they've always been really good with their low end torque.
Yep, that's true.
So let's get into it.
Smash it.
Okay, so we're doing our runtime test with the 6 drills. We have 16mm augers and 35mm pine. The first thing you'll probably notice is that the Makita has a smaller battery pack than the others. That's just because Makita haven't released their 2 amp hour battery in Australia. We didn't want to do it with 5 amp hour batteries just because it would make it take so much longer. We thought this would give you a very good idea of how good the runtime on all these tools are. Obviously you'll get a much larger runtime with a larger battery pack. The Metabo, on a side note, is going to struggle to the others, I think, because it's got a smaller torque rating than those, and a higher torque tool is going to be favoured in a high torque test, which this is reasonably high torque for a compact drill. So I expect those numbers to be a little bit smaller. So the Makita, the Panasonic, the Milwaukee, the Bosch and the Dewalt are all finishing up now with fairly consistent ratings. The Makita actually did quite well on its 1.5 amp hour battery, Dewalt taking the win with 160 holes. The Metabo had to be dropped down to first speed about halfway through, so that's why that's taking a bit longer to achieve its 115 holes, which is not too bad, but as expected, you know, it didn't have the torque to really bust out the holes like the other tools did. Our major sponsor for this video is Toolsenter McKinnon. They're a really nice store in the southeast of Melbourne. I've been in there a bunch of times and spent heaps of money in there. They're really good old-fashioned service. They're nice guys to hang out with. They've got a bunch of brands. They do stacks and stacks of tool repairs. And they've got a big online presence as well. So please check them out. Their links are in the description. Alright, the all-important hammer test. This is a concrete stump and these are 6mm bits. Of course we've only got the 4 hammer drills here because Panasonic and Metabo don't have compact hammer drills in Australia. So this is what we think compact drills should be used for. We don't see any point testing them with 10mm bits because you don't want to use them for that. It's just not comfortable and takes ages. So 6mm plugs we think are beautiful. I've sped this up much faster to get through them, and the idea is how quickly we can get through 10 holes. It's basically a race. And the Dewalt was the winner with 1:30, and it just sounded fantastic and felt fantastic to use. The Milwaukee at 1:45 wasn't far behind at all, and that was also a real pleasure to use. So absolutely pick those 2 up for a 6mm plug and enjoy it. It's great. The Bosch is just finishing up now. It was a fair bit slower, still reasonably comfortable, but certainly no match for the other 2 at 2:42 for its 10 holes. The Makita is finishing up 3:30. That was no fun to use at all. Okay, so I've got a comparison table here for the specs of each of the 6 drills. I just draw your attention to the charge time and the weight and the torque particularly. If you want to have a really good look, pause now and watch the rest of the video when you're done. But also go down and have a look at the battery warranty and the tool warranty and the length of the drill. And now we're going to have a good look at each of the drills individually. Okay, first up we have the Bosch GSB 18V EC. This one's the newest, May of this year, 2016. Comes with 2 or 5 amp hour batteries. It's the shortest at 184 millimeters of the hammer drills. It has an E-clutch, which is nice and gentle on the tool, and an anti-rotation feature, which is great for the user. And it has the fastest charge time of the group. The Dewalt DCD 796 is also brand new, April 2016. Comes with 2 amp hour or 5 amp hour batteries. It has the highest specs for speed at 2000 RPM, beats per minute on the hammer function, and 70 Newton meters of torque. So one to watch out for. It has a 3-mode light which puts out up to 60 lumens. Then we have the Makita DHP 480, one of the older units released in late 2013. Comes with 1.5 or 4 amp hour batteries. It has a plastic chuck. It doesn't top any of the categories for weight or specs or anything, and it's about 10 millimeters longer than its newer competitors. Up next we have the Metabo BS 18 Quick, which is only out in the last 12 months. 2 amp hour batteries only. Easily the lightest and the smallest of the bunch. It's got a 10mm chuck. It really feels like a baby. It feels like a 10.8 volt tool, and it's only got 48 Newton meters. As you can see, the chuck is removable. This is not Metabo's biggest compact drill. It's not really an equivalent of the others. They do have an equivalent, but this one is of real interest to us because it's so small and compact. Now we have the Milwaukee M18 BLPD. This was released, I think, late 14, maybe early 15. 2 amp hour or 4 amp hour bats you get this with. Has the equal highest torque rating with the Bosch of 60 Newton meters. It's the heaviest at 1.8 kilos, and it feels a lot like the Dewalt and the Bosch to look at and to feel. Lastly, we have the Panasonic EY74A1, which is the elder statesman of this group, December 2012. It's in a higher category than the other tools. It's more expensive, and it's IP56, which is awesome. It's really known for being bulletproof. It does have a plastic chuck, and it's the longest at 203 millimeters. Okay, auger capacity. This is how we're testing them for brute strength, starting with 22mm augers. These are into 35mm pine studs, and all of these are done very easily. Some got through it in second, others in first, but no problem at all. Now we're doing a 25mm test, which again didn't pose any real problems to many of these drills. The Metabo is a little slower with its lower torque, but overall very, very easy. In the 32mm test, the Metabo just can't take the bit because its chuck isn't large enough. You wouldn't want it to anyway, but once you get to this big size, you really see the power and the torque of the Dewalt, particularly in first speed, where it really creams the competition. We then took it really far and put a big 32mm auger bit through 2 studs, and you can see the Dewalt just really smashes the competition for power, but the others all did it, only just. And then we do the same test but with slim batteries, and again most of these drills are really struggling, but the Dewalt creams it and the Bosch doesn't quite make it through. Okay, now we're putting 10 3mm holes into 2mm steel tube, and then we're going to go back over those 3mm holes with an 8mm bit. So it's just a speed test for the 6 units, and look, really they're all going to do it very, very easy. I mean, it's not a real tough test for them, but I guess we could have done like a step drill bit or a hole saw, but we just don't think that that's what you would be doing mainly with a compact drill. So look, there's your results, but there's not much to it. Okay, we're doing a bugle test now, throwing in 100mm bugles down into treated pine posts. None of these tools can drive them in second flush, but Bosch and Milwaukee can drive them further in second, but I think it ends up working out better in terms of time to just leave it in first and not have to go back to the screws. So they all do it quite easily, except the Metabo. The Metabo actually put out some bad burning smells as we get to the 9th and 10th bugles, so not a recommended task for it.
Well, thank you for sticking with us this long.
Yeah.
I know this is a big comparison, but man, how far have compact drills come? They are just beasts now.
Yeah, poles apart from what they were a few years ago. It used to be a case of compact drill, get you out of trouble. Yep. These things are genuine, hardcore now.
They're really, really good.
Yep.
I want to touch on charge times. So they do vary, and lots of these brands have a couple of different chargers around. Yeah. So pay attention to what you get in the kit.
Yeah, huge difference.
Makita doesn't put its fastest in, but their second's pretty good anyway.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get Bosch's slow charger, which I don't think you will, it'll actually hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Stupid Dewalt went and, like, they already didn't have a great fast charger, and they went and made a slower one, and they're going to give you that with their new, fantastic brushless drill. So,
yeah,
bit annoyed about that.
It does differ though, guys, depending on where you are in the world, and of course how you buy it. You can buy it in skins, you can buy it red hot special.
Yeah.
Full kit's different. Everyone's got a different kit.
A 5-piece kit, impact driver kit.
Yeah. Have a look around, check out your local stores, go some prices and get what you want. So it's really hard for us to talk price today.
Yep.
So we're not going to.
Too lazy.
But with what Dwayne said, go and check it out, guys.
Absolutely. All right, now we wanted to deduct some points, give some bonus points for innovation and really good features.
Yeah, the deduction on the one deduction is the Makita. Unfortunately, with their chuck, still plastic chuck, but that's not so much the deduction. But it's got so much movement where it goes into the housing.
Yeah,
it's not new. This tool is new, so it's not a new problem. It's been happening for a few years. I just don't think it's acceptable. We put a long rod, straight rod in. All the chucks run true when they're going.
Yeah.
But this, it's got up and down movement. I don't think it's acceptable. So we take a point off. For me, it's a deal breaker. Yep. I wouldn't have this. But for some people, like, it's not that big a deal. So we've dropped a point off because I think that's a real negative.
Yep, absolutely. Now we've given a bonus point to Dewalt because they've really upped the game in terms of the light on a drill.
Yeah.
So it's not just a little light that shows you what your drill bit is at, but it's actually got like a
60 lumen.
A 60 lumen like floodlight on the front of it.
Yep.
So you can switch that on. You can walk around your backyard in the dark.
Yep.
It might mean the difference between working half an hour later and having to leave the site, that sort of thing. So I think it's really good. So we've given that an extra bonus point.
Yep.
We've given 2 bonus points to the Panasonic because it is IP56 rated.
Yeah, so if you want IP56, need it, bang, there's your drill.
Done.
Yeah. Because these guys just don't do it.
Really good. You have to pay for it. It's more expensive.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing.
Yeah. So that's a bonus points.
It is. So we want to award a hammer drill winner and a drill driver winner.
Yeah.
So first up, the hammer. That's these 4.
Yes.
We don't have the other version, the drill driver version of the Makita. We've just got the hammer.
Yep.
Now the hammer drill winner was clearly the Dewalt.
Yeah, absolutely killed it. It was absolutely amazing.
Yep.
This thing, dead set on masonry, 2 jet engines strapped on the back here, and hit the go-go button. Yeah. Because it's out of control and so comfortable.
Yeah, it was really surprisingly good for a compact drill.
So it creamed these other guys.
It did. And Dewalt, in my opinion, were typically, this was not their strong point, hammer function on normal drills.
Yeah.
So they've really upped their game and they've blown away the competition. It's really good.
So that wins for your hammer. Then it was Milwaukee,
which is also very good at hammer drilling.
It's quite good, as you'll see on the sheet. And then you've got the Bosch. And unfortunately, Makita, it was uncomfortable. He nearly the dummy spit. He was going to throw it. It was funny for me, but it's really uncomfortable, guys. So honestly, masonry drilling with the Makita Compact, if you got to. But really, I wouldn't be going near it. And if you want to do heaps of concrete drilling, of course, you're not going to be using compacts. Go out and get yourself a rotary or something.
That's right. This is for 6mm plugs, that sort of stuff. Little stuff gets you out of trouble. The Bosch also isn't that good at hammer drilling, but it's a very fine drill in all other aspects. Yeah. So clear winner in the hammer drill was the Dewalt.
Yep.
No question.
Yep. So it's hammers.
The drill driver was a little harder.
Yeah.
Closer. We did it quite mathematically. The Dewalt still won because that 70 Newton meters of torque that it claims
really comes through.
It has it. It beats everything.
Yeah.
It's the only one that can take this monstrosity 32mm auger bit,
which I think most of these guys wouldn't recommend. These companies.
No, it's just stupid. Don't do this. And it ate it up.
The Bosch drill driver is also a fantastic tool, and the first time we reviewed this, we actually forgot to give a bonus point to the electronic rotation control and e-clutch features on the Bosch, which actually brought it up to 37, equal with the Dewalt. So we actually have equal first place winners, Bosch and Dewalt, in the drill driver category.
Another couple were very close.
Yeah. It's the speaker off the Metabo.
Yep.
It looks like a 10.8. It's not the size. You know, it is really small. It held its own. It is a bit of a different little thing.
Yep.
It's a rip and drill driver for your data type guys fitting off for Sparkies, that sort of thing.
Yep.
Absolute ripper, but of course there was some restrictions. So it's sort of an unfair comparison in one sense, but then we wanted to include it. We think it's got its place.
It's not the biggest compact drill driver they've got, as we already told you.
Yep.
If you're the type of person who uses clutch settings on your drill, go get this. 1.3 kilos. It's fantastic.
Yeah. You slip it in your back pocket.
Really cool. Anyway, that's the comparison. You can pause on the spec sheet and the results, you know, back if you want to.
Yep.
If you want to have a closer look. But the Dewalt won both categories. It's a brand spanking new drill. It's awesome.
Yep.
I'm keeping it. And
we both want one of each of these on our shelf, so you will not be disappointed.
That's right.
But of course we can't. So
we've got to pick a winner. So thank you so much for watching, for sticking with us. Now keep an eye out. Very soon we're going to put out another comparison 18-volt impact drivers, the best of the best.
Also going to hurt.
Yeah, it's going to be
great. If you like
this
videos, guys, like, subscribe. Please give us feedback. We really look for that.
Yeah.
So let us know what you think of this. Hopefully, even if that's not your go-to after we've said it's the winner, one of these, hopefully we've given you enough info. So you go, thanks boys, moving on.
Absolutely. Right. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Thanks guys.
Bye.